Hey, what's up everybody? This is your girl Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous today. I'm doing well and I'm here to do episode 2 of Grey's Anatomy season number 9. It's on ABC every Thursday. I definitely want you guys to get it in. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the last episode that I did, which was, you know, the season premiere. Now, I was a little bit salty about the season premiere because it wasn't what I expected, but it was just okay. But this one definitely made up for it. This episode, I was like, oh Lord, it gave me a lot of closure because I was like, what happened to Arizona? Mark, what happened? Yang, why she just leave like that? Like, I didn't get a lot of answers. Baby Zola didn't have a daddy, and Meredith, like, I just felt like I was missing the pieces. Pick up the pieces. My pieces were on the floor. So it pretty much opens up with Meredith. She's like laying in the hospital bed. She like, where my baby at, y'all? Where baby Zola? What's going on? And here comes Bailey and Weber, and they like, it's all right. Here you go, Zola. Here's your mama. Okay, yeah, she going nuts. It's okay. Dr. Bailey and Dr. Weber, they come to like get everybody, and Lexi, she was in the body bag. So Meredith, she comes out and she's like, Christina, I told him to sedate us because we cannot get on that plane and yeah. And Christina, she like looking in the sky like... So I was like, dang, what's wrong with Yang? They're all taking a flight back home to Seattle Grace. If you've been watching, you can catch up. But if you're just now getting into it, honey, you're going to have to go all the way back to at least season 7 so that you can catch up. Because a lot of the characters that you get attached to, honey, it would just break your heart. Because you'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe she or he died. Or they're off the season. So just catch up from like season 7 if you need to, you know, get back in track with everybody. Derek, he pretty much wants to go back to the OR, but of course he can't because of his hand, because y'all know in the crash his hand was through like the wing of the plane and it was all mangled and gross and it was so nasty when they were trying to put it back together. Mark and Derek, they're going back and forth because y'all know they were like ace boom coon. Callie, she wants to do the surgery because she knows that she can do like a nerve graft and all of this stuff, and I thought Derek really was gonna be like no, but he was like, yeah, let's do it, girl, you got this. And I loved how they like did everybody's in segments. They weren't like, okay, here's Yang, here's Derek, here's everybody. They like took them bit by bit, and I like that. They show Yang and why she's been so quiet. She was like in shock. She was up for 4 days just looking after everybody, and the way that she talked about Lexi and how all the animals were eating up on Lexi, that like she was like in Zaxby's plate, I was very highly disturbed because I could actually see how that was gonna happen. It was very disturbing, but I do have to say that Sandra Oh, she was really giving me face in that bathtub, just looking in the distance talking to Owen. She was like, you don't understand, I was up for 4 days, I can't get out. And I was like, say that, girl, you better give me face intensity. Yes. Sloan, he broke up with his boo thing. She was like, I love you, Mark. And he was like, girl, I was, and I'm still in love with Lexi, boo-boo. You need to spread your wings and fly, baby girl, because we're not gonna fly together because, boo-boo, I love you, girl, and I'm about to die anyway. And she was like, so pretty much they cut her, and I was like, ooh, that's what you get. I ain't like her no way. Next thing you know, he's laying down, then he's popping up like Torres, and I was even like, what in the world is going on? So I'm glad that Dr. Weber was like, now that is called surge. Pretty much your emotions are up and down. He's like on a high right now. Pretty soon he's gonna be back down, and it's like an up and down of emotions until, you know, he's delusional and he's saying different things, and then that leads to his demise. And I was like, oh no. I just want to say that Jesse Williams, aka Avery, Mr. Jackson, if you're nasty, he is so fine. Hey Jesse, how you doing? Like the eyes, it just does something for me, but the hair, it gotta go, baby. Like they need to give you like a taper, they need to fade it or something, because the hair, I just can't. Please don't. You just need some soul glow on it. I just can't. I love the Mark and Dr. Weber interaction. I love that because you hardly see them together, and I love that Dr. Weber was like, I'm gonna be here with you through this. Like nobody else has to know. It's all good. And Mark, he was actually there for everybody because he was like, please tell Torres this, and please tell Derek, you know, that he's gonna get better. Don't tell him about anything, just let me go and it'll be fine. And I was like, oh, My heart was breaking. Oh Lord, and we finally get to one of my favorite characters, Arizona and Callie. Like their whole love triangle, I loved it. So they talk about Arizona with her leg. They were out for too long and she had gotten an infection, a bad infection in her leg. So the doctor, before they took them back to Seattle Grace, was like, look, baby girl leg, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we need to cut that bitch off because we can't do nothing with it. It's just gonna be a limb. She gonna be hurting all her life, and then if it comes back, it's gonna attack her body. And she was like, I do not give my consent. Let Callie do this. Callie was like, it's okay, girl. We just gonna see what's gonna happen with this infection. So she is so upset with Karev because she actually got on the plane instead of him. She was like, I've always wondered why this didn't happen to you. And I was like, ooh, Arizona, girl. I ain't never seen you like this. And even Callie was like, oh shit. I think Dr. Bailey is the official baby holder of this episode. Like every time I saw her, she was either holding a baby or fixing somebody's tube. Arizona was like, promise me, Callie, that they won't take my leg. And she was like, they ain't gonna take your leg, baby. Like, okay, it's alright. Can I get some more morphine? Because this chick, ooh, Lord, I hope they ain't gotta take her leg. She was like, I promise. I was like, Callie, why you promise that, girl? You know they were gonna cut her leg off, so she be looking like this. You know that. Karev came to see Arizona, and Arizona was like, and then she started spazzing, and she actually crashed. Callie, she was in the middle of the surgery for Dr. Shepard. So here comes Karev in the middle of the surgery like an idiot saying Arizona crashed. You cannot do that. That's the main reason why Dr. Owen didn't tell Teddy that Henry was dead during her surgery. You don't do that. Like Karev, I thought he had more couth than that. Like, you don't do that. And she was like, did you do this? And did you do that? And he was like, yeah, yeah. And all the time Dr. Shepard's hand is open like that. Then Callie said these 3 words. Cut it off. She said, oh shoot, cut a leg off. Just cut it off because I can't do nothing else. I'll just suffer the consequences. Mark, he went through the protocol with Dr. Weber, just basically saying, yeah, you know, if I have to be on a feeding tube and how many days it should be before they take him off life support and all of that jazz. And all he asked Dr. Avery for was to see Sophia. Dr. Avery was going to get Sophia. And here comes Kepler, April Kepler, and she was like, I'm leaving Jackson. And he was like, leaving where, girl? Meet me at Joe's. Don't you go nowhere. So he was going to get Sophia, and then Mark crashed. Oh God. And I was like, no, because he didn't get to see Sophia, and that was so heartbreaking. I wish he would have got to see the baby first. That was sad. Arizona, she gets her leg amputated, and I think Karev does the dirty work. They show April, she's on the plane, she's leaving to go back to her hometown, and she doesn't get to see Jackson, and that was kind of sad because I know they're gonna get back together, but oh, they're gonna see each other in the next episode. What am I talking about? So that's pretty much this episode. It was an okay episode. It kind of gave me some closure. Did y'all see Scandal with the pastor? Oh shoot, I was like, y'all better get real scandalous. But that was actually a good episode. I liked it. But down below in the comments, let me know what you thought about this episode of Grey's Anatomy. I also had a chance to see the X Factor, and it was alright. Some of them singers, they were real nervous and crying all the time. I was like, dang, can somebody get a tissue on set? But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like this video while you're watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.